Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video on my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, we are going back to StarvHarv, but, since a bunch of you people in the comments said that the 2024 US election, seems to be pretty great and pretty peak, I've decided I'm just gonna throw that in today. Because we still got a lot from the history playlist, so it would take quite a while until we would get to the election. So I just pushed that in there. It's a pretty long video, 22 minutes, plus my yapping, so we're looking at quite a long video. But I'm interested. I've never seen anything else from StarvHarv, really, except for badly translated history. Now we've got the US elections, which are, for some reason, again, translated into German. I'm looking forward to this. As always, link to the original video is down in the description. Make sure to support StarvHarv and subscribe to his channel if you enjoy his videos. Let me take a sip of my water first before we get started. Bro, why does my model always get a fucking aneurysm whenever I move in a certain way? It is so hot outside today. It's like 32 degrees Celsius. I cannot handle the heat. I hate it. Ugh. Anyway, thank God for fans and AC. Let's get started with this video. Wait, there's a sponsorship? Yo!
I translated Wikipedia's timeline of the American election from 2020 all the way to election day through languages with terrible translation quality. This was the result.
Here we go.
2020, November the 7th.
Oh wait, it skipped the sponsorship. I got my sponsor blog extension. You know what? If you want to see the sponsorship in the original video, you can watch that for yourself.
Yadine Joe was appointed 2020 president. Donald Dining Chair does not support new reports.
Donald
December 18th,
Dining... Wait, that was from... Okay, now I get it. Donald Dining Chair. Your current president, guys.
The United States Supreme Court decided to protect Adam in 2020. The United States Department rejects Adam, Somi, and Donald for free. They did it for free. They didn't have to get paid for it.
No corruption needed, just for
January
free, bro.
6th,
what?
The capital of the United States Parliament, which must be counted and closed. This article was published in Compet. January 20th, Andika Joe Didal, 49, Vice President of Kamala Harris. New guy just dropped. Trump said that proper treatment continues. November 20th,
Thankfully.
To send information to different organizations in Baden and 2024.
Ah, okay, we're skipping the sponsorship, that's why. Like I said, if you want to watch the sponsorship, check out the original video, or at least give him a like or a sub. Let's continue.
March 10th. So everyone loved the state secretary, Mona, said that the president has created a government council. He was former Vice President Mike. What? Former Vice President Mike? Pain when he left.
Pain when he left. Okay,
July
yeah.
the 6th,
Understandable.
Russia can work as president. In the interview, Olivia Nazi decided to start and examine his mother.
Yo. Who? Wait. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that for a second? Who? Who was it?
President. In the interview, Olivia Nazi.
Who the fuck was supposed to be that? After you translated it like 20 times. Who was the original person supposed to be? That they turned into Olivia Nazi. I'm genuinely curious. What the fuck?
Decided to start and examine his mother, or later.
Unfortunate last name.
Aries Caesar represents the candidate of president. Image is executed by the first Democratic Party leader. November the 8th, Democratic
Rip.
pair refers to the elimination of American ministers in the UK to return to the new Penguin region. Most of them went fire service. I think, you know, at the end of the Cold War
Penguin
video,
region,
when
okay.
America became the only country, this is
Oh yeah, I
the
remember
same
that.
timeline right now.
Okay,
November
okay.
11th, Thailand's foreign minister announces President of the Republic in May. Former President Donald Das said he could immediately stop Mr. Largo
Wait.
from Palm Beach of Florida.
How many Donald Trump characters are we going to get? We had, what? Donald Dining Chair? Now we have Donald Das? Now we have... Bro, we need Donald Duck as well. How many are we going to get in this
I can
video?
stop him right now. Today, the United States is called Special Offers, and former President of the United States, and yes, December 29th, President Joan Biden
Joan
has decided to avoid
Biden.
reforming the state of immigration and immigration.
That image is cursed.
2023.
What?
January 26th. The last February. It's the last one. Guinea's state status were transferred to the country that violates Republican law. February the 4th. The Republican National Republican State Commission approved a new calendar for South Carolina. Embassy of South Carolina, President Henke Steering, and Candy. March
What?
the 2nd. After spending money on Super, Perry Johnson and Trader declare action with CPPI. What is CPPI?
Okay, so it's not just me. Bro, I am so lost right now. What is going on? It's one thing after the other. There's this... Okay, I gotta be careful I don't say something wrong. This Minecraft-looking dude. And we have CPPI. What is that? Maybe he's gonna explain to us. Let's see.
Apparently it's constant proportion portfolio insurance.
Yeah, absolutely not what I had in mind.
Exciting. March the 3rd. DNA is not designed for government debates and provides full support in Biden. March the 6th. According to the source of Donald Food, there are potential competitors,
there we go,
including former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Harris, Christina, and Art Clay journalist. These are the Republican candidates. You've got Donald Food, Nikki Harris.
Food, that's my favorite Donald so far. Donald Food.
Well, she is real.
Wait, she exists?
To March 30th, Manhattan receives your money. Feeding's over.
RIP.
April the 2nd.
There goes my tax money.
ABC News. Johannesburg announced a special interview with Carl, the government's political state where it gets half the sound, which begins to control its uniform in the presidential election.
What? It gets half of the sound?
Is the
Do we have taxes on sound now?
There's a lot of presidents. There's a
wait, what?
Donald is the president of England. There's a lot of presidents.
You know what? He probably would like to be as well.
Is appointed to an independent president. And the president of the cemetery, which,
The what?
Someone's got to do it. April 14th, M.P.
What exactly are you ruling over as the president of the cemetery? Interesting. Good question.
Signed a contract with the president of democracy. Isn't he called President Mike? The law is consistent. This he, I don't know if all he's, but this he is called Mike. April the 14th, the United States National Screw Company hosts annual meetings in Indianapolis and has numerous presidents.
Numerous presidents. That seems
screws.
Inconvenient.
April the 23rd, the next year, she died.
Oh,
U.S. President.
but she's coming back, right?
United States.
U.S. Who? U.S.
U.S.
Repeat
President
that, please.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, United States. Joe Biden. You know what? On this picture, he might actually look a little bit younger.
United States. He said he does not want to refuse. May the 4th. This post is part of the special
He can do whatever
sound
the
of
fuck
the
he
couch.
wants, bro.
May the 6th. The presidential campaign killed Jeremy Senegal. May the 31st. The
Rip
Democratic
again?
Republic. The Congolese people say that the tribe does not want to change the foreign minister. Addis Ababa. June the 3rd.
What?
Member of Qatar High School in 2024.
Qatar
Mr.
High
Jason.
School.
Give it up for Mr. Jason, everybody. June 5. Mr. Mike Fons.
We have the
former
Qatar
president,
High School and we have
moved to the
Jason, the
document
most American name ever. Going to Qatar High School. Mr. Mike Fons, the former president. Who are you?
of the president. And then in quotes, Brentford songs, reviews, credits. Sorry, Link, I can't give credit. The presidential elections were not held in 2024. The Western Couch tells the boss of the party to be popular.
The Western Couch.
June the 6th, new
Couch lore. Please, let's get some couch lore in this video. We already have a couple names for Donald Trump. We need some more. Couple more. And we need more he appearances and some couch lore. Yeah, that would be cool.
Jersey manager and president in 2016, Chrissy, announced that the city of St. George. What about it? June the 7th, the official edition was published. The law refers to 64 presidents of Iowa. The president of the campaign,
that seems super
Raleigh
inconvenient.
Fierco, was first born vice president. There's a hell of a lot of presidents. They have a president for every state. June the 15th.
Bro, every street, every corner has one.
Officially conducted the president of the Republic of Milan. The
Republic of Milan. What?
That the Central Intelligence Agencies can easily do. If you don't have a spring, you don't have to stop foreign candidates and don't want to increase the choices. A little bit of advice there, which is nice. June 20th, you will not participate in the first chat. June 26th, the president of IGU was elected in March to approve the election. Ugandan President Singi met with the president of the Republic of Landor. There's too many presidents.
What exactly does this have to do with the presidential election of the US, by the way?
Happy meeting in Damascus. July the 8th. From the 15th of January 2012, the Republic of Iowa decided to use the president. About time. July the 13th. The
Which
Bible
one?
Says
Which one of the 7 million?
And ask him. You can ask him, okay? You ask that Bible. Do you support college? He says, yes. July
you
the
support
16th,
college.
You can scan if you want to generate gold.
Ooh. Which one of you guys wants to use that QR code? There you go, now you can use it. Let's hope it does not take you to some dubious website.
Darius and Ko Chatang were damaged. Tennessee and mobile phone ring.
Tennessee and mobile phone ring, yes. Yes. I especially love how this is completely irrelevant to the US elections. You know what? We didn't have a situation where they started war on themselves. That is an absolutely common theme so far in these videos. We still have time. We're not even halfway into the video. That could still happen. I hope it does.
They were about to say something really important then. Mobile phone ring. August the 1st.
Wait, what? His real name is what?
Donald Ither was appointed president to cancel the US elections in 2020.
There's another name for him.
The president of the former president of the Washington district was killed and does not claim all sins. In Newsmax, blogger said he didn't promise art and breeding for large ages. Okay.
Huh?
It's time to close it's time to shut down Newsmax. August the 14th.
Do what?
The president is a villager. Okay. And as a result of Georgia's election, the Donald jury has an 8M of
the Donald
power.
Jury.
On February the 8th,
that is
official
peak,
democracy took place.
On February 8th, an official democracy took place. Only on this one specific date. And then we're going back to how it used to be. Enjoy it while it naps.
August the 20th, Biden's name is determined. Finally, we figured out what is Joe Biden's name. Instead, Bill Cassidy won the senators in competition law. I don't want to share the basic wind. August the 24th, former president Donald Slave came to Georgia.
Bro, that is cursed as fuck. I want to use that for the thumbnail. Former President Donald's slave. You know, I'm sure there are a bunch of people out there would not mind seeing him like that. Seeing Donald's slave. Bro.
For the first time.
What the fuck is that image?
Secretary General David Scadden tries to prepare Donald to eat her 12 times. What? I don't... What do you mean? Like
what?
Seasoning? September the 13th.
In what way, bro?
Police, the fraud. Lanance has said that the biggest problem in New Hampshire will not stop. September 16th, American Mars, Robert Kennedy, began a president campaign in Los Angeles. Every day, banks are free. Beach is free for
everyday
case
banks are
files.
free. I
you
wish.
have to withdraw from the main voice of the password. But the beach is free though. October 16th, she started with the company. Meme it.
She's back from the dead.
Dude, can we meme this? Can we get HR to meme this? December the 5th, the President of Canada is expected that non-free candidates will not hear in the...
Bro, that fucking Donald Trump image is so fucking cursed. What the hell? That image plus the look, it's... Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Statement.
Someone tweet this at him. I would love to see the reaction.
In the University of Barcelona. December the 7th, she has been selected for 20 small groups for democracy and youth candidates.
That's a lot.
The family's name is Randy.
The entire family is just Randy.
We're in the real year now. We're in the end game now.
Okay,
January
2024. Here we go.
The US Supreme Court agreed to hear the call of the poo sounds. The poo sound.
Great. This is where our tax money goes. Nice.
January the 10th. The second place was chosen, but he did not tell him who we are. That's a sentence.
What?
Who we are? You know. January the 15th. Color. Revving. Prime Minister of the Republic. How many Prime Ministers and Presidents do we need? Okay.
All of them.
16th. One
as
is
many
Iowa
as humanly possible.
And Haley, number 6. Kennedy said he won the party. The position of the residence of the president is distinguished. San Anselm College of New Hampshire. Wow. Is this a real place? This is a pretty distinguished place. Yeah, it kind of is. Like, this is.
It exists. You know, okay.
That's pretty distinguished.
Hey, that looks
very
cool.
green. That is quite nice. You know what?
Yeah, that's a nice.
January
that's a nice building.
Ford review. Credit award.
Cool.
January the 20th.
Cool review.
4 years ago, he said he is not a physical chair. January the 22nd, the Ministry of Justice began investigating the inside of Buddha in order to not vote in the country. Why are they trying to stop Buddha from voting? Buddha had been voting illegally for years. It's time to stop. January 31st, the hole in the west conceals the acceptable place for each gland to enter.
Ew,
February
what the fuck?
2nd, in a short time, Judge Washington suspended the possibility.
Judge Washington,
Gregor
what?
And Akan the Great was sent a general warning to voters after leisure. Longville. February the 5th, and this is a quote, "It's not a mistake.
Okay.
We don't know that the president protects him." February the 25th, a soap washing machine is designed to make cookies. The following is okay.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. A soap washing machine is designed to make cookies. Of course it is designed to make cookies. Why wouldn't it, right?
Machine is designed to make cookies. The following is okay instead of changing cookie settings. Huh? even this video's got cookie settings, okay? Do you want to accept them?
Cookie settings.
February the 27th, University of Michigan. President Bowden won first prize. No. February the 28th.
What?
Cooking area is the painter's main character. The website uses cookies to provide better user experience.
Why again?
Policy.
What?
What? Because Wikipedia doesn't have that. How? Huh? Oh, because it's Cook County, Illinois. March the 2nd. What is how?
That's where it got it from.
Norway is called the General Republican. March the 4th. He mostly noted that the US Supreme Court is trying to learn, which is strange.
the US Supreme Court is trying to learn, which is strange. Normally, they just don't do anything of worth. They're not doing anything productive. Based
NASA
law
has defeated North Dakota. It's over.
What?
It's over because like NASA's been launching rockets. I think what has happened is, you know, America took over the whole world. Then America itself splintered. It's like the Holy Roman Empire, basically. Each state is now its own country.
They united the world just to split up again.
As it's beefing with North Dakota. March the 5th, President Biden wins 15 states. The following year, I was baptized. Jason Palmer wins the Senate of US democracy. March the 6th, every Tuesday. Guy Dean Phillips stops his campaign and starts his campaign. Vice President, honorary Christian prisoner. I like how Dean Phillips, the only thing you could say about him is he's a guy. March the 8th, the Democratic Congo is the comfortable government of the Democratic Republic. March the 12th,
yeah, that makes sense.
President Bin Laden received...
Oi. Like, you guys seem to be, or at least some of you seem to be unsatisfied with Trump. But I think we just level up here. Jesus. Good thing that's just fiction.
Republic. March the 12th, President Bin Laden received a great delegation of the Democracy Party made by Georgia, MCP, North, and Washington. He won the general election in Georgia, Hawaii, in MISP and Washington, and participated in the found meeting. March the 19th,
not surprising.
The winner of Vienna, Florida, Costa Rica, Kansas, and Ohio won 3 elementary schools.
What kind of prize is that?
Even if it is
why would you even want
Philippine
that?
Elections and 15% of the votes must be initiated to recovery. U.S. Prime Minister. Thank you. March the 22nd, the Republic of the Eastern Seas begin and send the application. March the 23rd, Vine is a winner. He won his first round at Holita. President of the Soviet Commission, Angela McLeary, confirmed his...
Angela McLeary. Is that supposed to be Angela Merkel? Or who the fuck is that supposed to be? Angela McLeary, what? Confirmed his deal with Kennedy.
Deal with Kennedy. That's another president on the list, and also a very strange one. March the 26th.
What?
Kennedy said that Nika Khan, lawyer, and technology are Dutch friend.
Bro,
March
what is this fucking caveman language? What is... What? Nika Khan, lawyer, and technology are Dutch friend. What is this caveman language,
and
bro?
Technology are Dutch friend. March the 30th, the president is dead. President Biden
which one?
Won the North Democratic Republic. April the 2nd, President
I guess
Biden,
it's not Biden then.
New York, Red Island, Wisconsin is very important. Democracy is removed and sent to Biden. April the 23rd.
There goes
Dublin,
your freedom.
President of Moldova. He received Prime Minister Penton. April the 26th. President Biden has an interview with King Stan, who wanted to participate in the general discussion of the list of alternatives.
Alternatives.
April the
27th, okay, cool.
80 people from the University of St. Washington have captured St. Petersburg. How? May the 7th. President of
what?
President. So you got a new president going on.
President
First
of
time,
president.
Incredible truth.
The top.
The Republic
The top of the line.
May the 14th. President Biden was released to Maryland.
Okay, he has a lot of names as well.
Like he's a beast. May the 21st. After losing President Biden, Kent, and Ordon, he won. Thank you. May the 23rd.
Thank you.
President and CEO Loves Biden took...
Okay, now the names are escalating.
National Assembly of Monkey Kennedy, Hungary.
Monkey Kennedy.
Turns out, the monkey fella. May the 25th.
The monkey man.
It happened. June the 4th,
it happened.
President Columbia, New Jersey, Mexico, and South Dakota have won the Friska District Award. What's wrong with you?
Ha!
June
question.
the 8th, President Willos Bendens. Benden.
Okay, now we are really escalating with the Biden names here. What? Okay. Ah, did I not press?
Presidential
Okay.
calculated Guam and the Virgin Islands. June the 11th, Principal Maria Williamson has eliminated her campaign at the end of democracy. June
The end
12th,
of democracy,
the first Democratic
please not.
Party of the Council, August Fred Ho, invited President Ben Den to enter the competition. Andy Marion
They
Williamson
just butcher his
joined
name.
President Jim and opened the temple. Long live Ravel.
How many
Lucas
fucking
Seth
presidents in this
asked
video
Juan
I've
Biden
lost
to
count
return
a
to
long
the
time
game.
ago.
Get back in! July the 5th, he said, I realized that I was baptized. Mike's in the hotline
Huh?
to run the
What?
pod. July the 15th, the first
Where's the
escape
context?
is a good way. The vice president did not receive a president. He was
Bro, how many times in this video have we heard the word president so far? I'm sure somewhere in the comments someone has a counter for that. On the original video. It happened so many times.
way. The vice president did not receive a president.
Isn't that a good thing? Because now you're the full president, right? You were supposed to be vice president, but there was no president above you, so now you're the actual president. That's a good thing, is it not?
He was officially appointed as President Donald Had, an experienced representative.
Good choice,
July the
good choice.
17th, I decided to avoid smoking.
Good,
It's
good
sent to
choice.
escape the bed. The Republic of Perry says that you cannot win. No room. Aniford Biden was designed to be built.
Aniford Biden. What the fuck? I mean, the slave Trump was still the top so far, but
By Jeff's
that is quite
original
something.
leader and refugees. July the 21st, Andriy Badayan presents, incling the progress
he has like
democracy
70
didn't one of the
different
Bidens
personalities
go down?
and
Subscribing
names.
to the newsletter Development of the Winners Center Fund. I'll do that immediately. President Biden and other presidents. July
It doesn't
24th,
stop.
DNC uses signature to determine the rules of the internet. Jason Palmer was
there
inspired
are
to leave
rules?
Harry's in a meeting. July the 25th, Gerald Gold is the United States of America, the royal gold, and the best black approach. In May, the Catholic head continues to see the future. August
What?
the 1st, Catholic head continues to see the future.
he continues to see the future. Well, I don't think he saw his death coming. Ha! Well, you can't win them all, can you?
August the 1st to the 5th. More dinners,
What?
boring conversations to tell Harry black online.
More dinners, boring conversations. That's like a weekend with the extended family, am I right, guys? Right? Not just me, right?
What is going on at dinner time? August the 4th, when Alibaba chose Harry's 8 to 9 dials. For example,
What
Harris
is that supposed to
known
mean?
as the president of democracy. August the 7th.
She
this
is known as the
name
president of
first
democracy.
candidate.
Are you sure about
He
that?
entered the selected medals on the 23rd of August. August the 16th. Paul says that nothing is uncomfortable, but it is because of prayer and prayer. I pray to God.
Who the fuck is
Quite a
Paul?
lot of like Christian theming. Didn't he get baptized? Everybody's just praying. August the 23rd.
Yeah, make a video about
Suri,
Jesus, bro.
Cambodia likes a meeting that loves her campaign, but her name is still in most countries. But she is still alive. September the 10th. What is Philadelphia? Do we
What
know?
kind of brain fart was
September
that?
the 15th. I don't destroy the show, and it's very bad. Okay, it's bad, but I don't destroy it. So
At least you're not destroying it, bro.
Because I'm in the past. I wrote something myself, which has both names. So the translator.
You
will
wrote
tell
something
us
yourself.
who will win the election. November 5th, election day. He
Okay.
won the election.
Yes. Finally. Finally, peace. The only choice. The only possible choice.
The execution of voters on January the 6th, 2025 was formally calculated.
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately,
I guess you shouldn't vote against he.
Elections. Donald Ram well became president of the United States. I didn't even know the well was running. There you have it.
I guess everyone or everything can just become president of the US
Thank
at
you
this
for
point.
watching. If you like this video, good for you. Well done. Congrats. Please comment what I should translate next, and maybe I will.
Nice. Good God, that was a fever dream and a half. Where was the picture with Trump and the slave? I hope I can find it again. Donald Food was pretty good as well. But Trump as the slave was the peak. Is it here?
Have screws.
Doesn't seem like it. Well, you know fully well what I mean. Oh, of course. How could we forget the soap washing machine that is obviously for cookies? Jesus, we had a lot going on in this video. I was especially surprised by the amount of fucking nicknames or different names we had for Joe Biden. Donald Dining Chair, of course. Of course, how could we forget about him? Donald Food and Monkey Kennedy, but Donald Slave probably has to be my favorite. Especially with that picture. Jesus Christ. That was a good video. Thank you very much for suggesting that. And for all the people who liked the comment. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you enjoy StarvHarv in his videos, make sure you subscribe to him and support his channel. If you have other videos you want me to watch, let me know down in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a great time and take care. Bye.